What's up, everybody? Welcome to Iron Sight Gaming. I'm Drew Mosley, and of course, Nathan Quinn. Nate, I got one for you today because I am reviewing Cities Skylines for the PlayStation 4. Man, I've been waiting for this one for a long time. My PC runs like crap. Actually, it doesn't run at all anymore. So I had the privilege of getting a review code for Cities Skylines, and man, when you go from a PC-centric title like Cities Skylines, where it's so meant for mouse and keyboard, I was really concerned of the city builder coming to a console. How does that feel on the controller, right? You're always nervous because it's really meant for planning with a mouse to lay out your roads, your buildings, everything else, right?
Micromanaging is 100 times easier on PCs.
Absolutely. But they did a fantastic job bringing this over to the PlayStation 4. It's already out on the Xbox. Xbox has had it earlier. I heard they've had issues on the Xbox. I can't vouch for that myself. PlayStation 4, I've had no issues whatsoever. I've had a fantastic time. There are some little micromanaging things because it has a grid, and when you want to nail that grid, sometimes with the controller, you'll go a little too far, and then you come back, and then you go back a little too far, and then you're... So back and forth, but all in all, it felt really good. I like my micromanaging games. In Cities Skylines, it's so well done. So when you purchase a game, $40.
Smoking deal.
Awesome deal, fantastic price. It's the base game plus the After Dark expansion. So you get that city nightlife kind of feel. So when lights go out, all the lights turn on, you get the city feel. It is really good. There is a transportation expansion that they have. It's not out on the consoles, nor are any mods. That is probably the biggest lacking feature when it comes to the console, because when you go to PC, they are littered with one mod after another mod after another. Here's a building, here's a cluster of trees, here's a park, here's this, here's some graffiti to put on your buildings. So I don't know if that's actually possible to bring in.
I mean, you see mods like on Fallout 4 and other games, but...
So, you know, I got...
It's fingers crossed.
Fingers are crossed. I'm hoping for it, yeah. So, man, if you play Cities Skylines, you're getting a lesser game on the console because you don't have the mods, but it is a full game, so it feels great. I have put a ton of hours already into this thing. I loved it having, because when you go to the console, there is nothing there for a city builder. Nothing on either console, Xbox
Even
or...
Colony's the closest one,
sure.
But it's not the same, right?
No, you can check out our review of Avon Colony, but again, that's a lot different than what you're doing here. So when you're planning... You're managing residential, your commercial, your industrial zones. You're watching your electricity, your water, making sure everything's functional. How dumb are your neighborhoods? Because you got to educate them all, right? The more education that's behind them, the less fires, the less crime, all this stuff is going to matter. It all makes a difference. What I found was I did a lot of grid-based stuff. So my city looks pretty plain. There is a sandbox mode that will allow me to go in and just kind of go free roam. It has all the expansions. When I first started up, you have one tile, and I know from playing it on the PC that you expand those tiles into something just massive. Pleased to say that it's on the console as well. I'm not restricted to this. Okay, like the tile's pretty big. I thought, man, I got a pretty decent city, but I want to be able to expand, and I can expand. I've already expanded.
That's good.
So yeah, that was nice to see that in there as well. But I guess my biggest thing is I hope the mods are coming.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to have some of that ability to bring in special buildings or different transportation mods, because there's a lot of modding when it comes to one-way streets, street lights, turning them on, turning them off, a whole bunch of things that the PC community has that the console does not have. We won't have it. I don't know if we'll ever get it. But the thing itself is, man, I can't, it's just fantastic. It's fun. It's relaxing. There is, like I said, there's that sandbox mode if I want to go in to do that. I haven't done that because I don't get access to my trophies. So the more you unlock by playing the main game, the more you'll have access to when you're playing in the sandbox mode. So you are restricted in sandbox mode because it kind of forces your hand into playing more on the campaign-ish sort of kind of say instead of the sandbox thing, right? So all in all, though, I think it's fantastic. At $40, you cannot go wrong. The After Dark expansion is there with it, which is nice because you like to see the transition from
definitely
day to night cycle, right? So that's awesome too. If I'm gonna wrap this up, I want to give it a score of, I'm gonna say, I'm still on the fence. I'm gonna go with 8.5.
Really?
It is fantastic. I love playing the game. It is so much fun. They have everything there except for the mods, right? So you can't go wrong if you're looking for a huge city builder that's gonna sink your teeth into and bring you lots of time. And man, it's fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for checking out our review of Cities Skylines. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at 4nextlevelgamers.
Me, Doom Guy Parker 50.
And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next review. Bye.